And there's a thing called Conversation Prism. You go to conversationprism.com. It's a graphic that shows you what your social graph can look like and how many hundreds of social sites there are and where you can live. And it's amazing.
What exactly was your fabrication event? What exactly was it? So you're having this event. What was the event and why was it interesting to people who were interested in fabrication?
It was kind of,
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, the why we did Cabernet.
No.
What was it?
What was the event?
What did you do?
Oh, what was the event?
What would make me as a customer go, oh, I like Cabernet and I do.
Okay.
I want to see what that is, and then what would have captured and sustained my interest? What was it?
It was a global celebration of the Cabernet grape. So the event was, that's what it was.
Okay, were people drinking the same wine and commenting about it, or what?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. We kind of left it ambiguous because we wanted to let other folks fill in what it meant to them. If you were a winery, Cabernet was an opportunity to educate people about your vineyard or your winery. For wine drinkers and consumers, it was an opportunity just to get together and share a glass of Cabernet with your friends. Or here's what I'm drinking right now.
How did you let the various people who were going to be participating, how did you give them ideas about what kind of participating they might do?
So the question was, how did we give people ideas? I think the web page is actually up still. If you go to cabernet.eventbrite.com, you can actually see we invited people to write blog posts and we would put them on that page. We made videos. We made all sorts of different little tips and ideas of what you can do to participate. And I think it worked pretty well, but you can sort of run with it and customize what works for you. But that's why you put it in one page, because that page you can add all sorts of stuff to it. And it's one single link that you should. Absolutely. Well, with meetup.com/anywhere, anyone can go up and go on and create their own meetup. So if you went to meetup.com/Cabernet, you could actually create, and a number of people did. They just said, come over to my house, here's where it is, it's part of Cabernet Day. Question?
We're all having the same problem. We don't really understand your event. In other words, what did you actually gather at your winery? Was it a conversation that went on all day? Did you set up? What was the event, the Cabernet event?
The event. So what was it? You guys is anyone else not clear what it was?
The Cabernet wine.
It's just, it was a loose idea. It was.
Yes.
It was just a celebration of
Like
Cabernet.
World Peace Day. So everyone do something for World Peace Today with your friends in your neighborhood.
It's basically, I'm getting an idea out, letting other people create their own event theme and expanding the idea of Cabernet so that it built a strong brand presence and also built us actually promote what was good about Cabernet. Am I correct?
It's pretty close. It's kind of like if we set a giant virtual table, we invited everybody to the table and just said, come be a part of this conversation about Cabernet, whether it's online or in person, face-to-face with your friends. Either way, we just wanted people talking about the Cabernet grape in whichever way worked for them. One day. We partnered with Morton's the Steakhouse. One of the things that they did is you could check in on Foursquare, and if you use the Cabernet hashtag, you got a special 3-glass flight of Cabernet. So they all got a chance to run with it. Borders Books partnered with us. This was going into the holidays, so they wanted to get people interested in some of their wine books. So they actually had a Cabernet section about Cabernet books. We left it open enough to sort of become whatever it was going to be. We didn't define it. Does that help?
Yes.
And like I said, I'm available afterwards if you want to talk more. Take it offline.
So I'm a virtual virtual user of the social network. I know that there's a lot more that we can do as a nonprofit. One of the questions I have is, I have a couple questions, but one question is, what percentage of your time went into creating something like this? And how many people worked on it?
It was just myself to create it. That was part of the question. 20 to 30 hours of my time. And when Mashable did their social media day, they had 2 people, about the same, 20 to 30 hours.
So there was no follow-up?
There was a little bit. I'd say once I built that Eventbrite page and put it out there, I would maybe tweet it or post it on Facebook every now and then and answer emails with, you know, Morton's or Borders, but I didn't do much after that. It sort of got a life of its own.
I have a question that I think some others in the room might have. I think we're all on board with social media and that it's great and build your brand. But as a startup and basically a one-man operation with some volunteers, yeah, how do you leverage all the other important things you have to do with actually tuning in to your social media, getting, you know, things out, Twitter and Facebook, and, you know, creating events. But, you know, you mentioned you have one person do a video, and I've had people recommend hiring someone for social media or something that understands the brand today. Well, would you recommend that, or would you say or advise against it?
I would advise against. So I'm guessing a lot of folks here, the question was about when you're a one-person business, finding the time or having the resources maybe to put
While you're
towards.
still starting up, you know, you're not hiring someone eventually.
I don't know. I'm apprehensive about hiring someone to do it for you because really your brand, your business is personal to you. It's really got to be your voice. So that's, you know, who I work with now is I don't want to do it for them. It's that give the person a fishing pole and teach them how to fish idea. But that was going back to the region and collaborating, cross-pollinating when there's other folks in a similar industry. When you're starting off and you have a small number of followers, that's how you can actually leverage a bigger audience. When you cross-pollinate with other folks who are trying to accomplish the same things. I don't care what tools people use, you just have to use what works for you that you can do two things, which is humanize your brand and build trust. So if you just want to do email and YouTube, and that's all you have time for, and it works for you, then do that. You don't have to use Twitter and Facebook, there's just more potential there. But that way it's manageable, because otherwise it just, every social site you go onto, and you probably know this, you add exponential work, messaging, receiving. So just use the tools that work for you, because there's a lot of them that you can use. Is that the answer? Question?
So in my community, I'm from Seattle, I have a company called Girl Power, social media events for women online. And we build our communities through Twitter, Facebook, all the stuff, video. We've got a pretty sizable community, 5,000. But how do you make that bigger? Like, how do we leverage what we have already, social media, Facebook, Twitter, and make it even bigger?
So the question, if you guys didn't hear that, is how you make your community bigger. So Girl Power Hour is what it's called.
Yeah.
You have a pretty good engaged community. It's probably a lot of people in Seattle.
Yeah. Like, so we have about 5,000 people on our database. We have like 3,000 on Facebook, 2,500 on Twitter, and we're very active on all those fronts. And we've done like hashtag new media events, all kinds of things. But we charge for our events, so if we use Eventbrite, they charge us on top of like what Google pays, like Google charges or what PayPal charges. So it's like for me, I love Eventbrite, but if I use it, I get like twice, and I end up losing money because I charge for my events. But apart from that, how do I take this pretty sizable community that I have? Like, is there like how do you get to the next level?
So how do you grow your community online? And that's something that we all want to do, right?